أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa azwajihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilman ajma'in inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase in all of us knowledge. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nice to see you, brothers and sisters. We'll do exercise number 8 on page 79. Just to re-emphasize what we are doing, brothers and sisters. We are doing Ya Mutakallim. Ya Mutakallim, when it becomes Mudaf ilayhi, brothers and sisters, when Ya Mutakallim becomes Mudaf ilayhi to Musanna and Jama Mudhakkar Salim, this is what our main focus is. Now, we know it has got a sukoon, but it will become Fatha. It will become Fatha if before it there is a alif with a sukoon. Of course, alif has a sukoon all the time. Or it has got a ya sakina. So if ya mutakallim comes after alif or ya with sukoon, then this sukoon changes into fatah. And it becomes like that. That's all we have to remember. That the vowel sign on Ya Mutakallim change from sukoon to fatah. When in front of her alif comes or Ya with sukoon comes. Just remember that. This is the exercise we are doing, brothers and sisters. Adif, add. Okay? Al-asma al-atiyata ila ya'il mutakallim. Add the following nouns to ya mutakallim. Wadbit al-ya'a. And vowelize the ya. Are you with me? Ilman, knowing, bi'anna ya mutakallim, it becomes maftuhatun. What is the meaning of maftuhatun? Not open here. Means fatah. Sister Hafsa? Bi'anna ya mutakallim, maftuhatun means there is a fatah and ya mutakallim. So maftuhatun normally means open, but here maftuhatun means with fatah. It has been given fatah. Mal ismi, with the ism. What kind of ism? It's get a fatah. With what kind of ism? Akhiruhu. What kind of ism? Akhiruhu alfun. Okay, if the noun ends with alif, and if that thing becomes mudaf to ya mutakallim, then the ya mutakallim will change from sukun to fatah. Or ya'un sakina, or if it is ya with sukun. This is what I explained, brothers and sisters. Keep that in mind. Of course, we have already done it. I just want to refresh your mind, brothers and sisters. Akhawani. Put ya mutakallim next to it. First, we got to drop the noon. Okay. Now what is left now? Alif. Alif is left. So ya with sukun will become ya with fatah. How will you pronounce? Akhawaya. Akhawaya. Fine. Ukhtani. Brother Haidar Ali, what will become to ukhtani? Ukhtaya. Are you with me? You'll drop the noon. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Brother Muhammad, Abwani. Abwaya, mashallah. Brother Hassan, Sadiqani. Sadikaya. But you got to write it, inshallah. Okay. Sister Arifa, Zamilani. Zamilaya. Sister Faiza, Sister Fazi, Yadani. Yadaya. Yadaya. Sister Nusrat, Ainani. Ainaya. Ainani. Ainaya. MashaAllah. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Very simple. But we got to understand it and remember it, inshallah. And brothers and sisters, you will write it. Writing will make you strong, inshallah. Again, adif, add. Adafa yudifu. Adif, add. Kalimatil lati tahtaha khattun ila ya'i mutakallim. Okay? The noun which is underlined, put ya mutakallim to it. Means make ya mutakallim as mudaf ilayhi to it, you know. Wadbit and vowelize the ya. Okay, put proper vowel signs on ya. Here is an example, brother. Gasaltu ar-rijlaini. Gasaltur rijlaini. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Gasaltur rijlaini. Okay? Now you put ya mutakallam as a mudaf ilayhi. What will happen, brothers and sisters? It's given very beautifully in the book. Gasaltu rijlayya. No alif and lam. Why? Because rijlay is mudaf, it cannot have al. Very important. You got to drop al. Because it cannot, mudaf cannot have al. Okay? Rijlay, ya, it is actually rijlayni, which will change into rijlay. You will drop the noon, And now you can see the rijlai has got a ya with sukoon, plus you put the ya which has no fatha. Two together we make a idgham and give a shadda. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Shall I write it or is it clear? Huh? Inshallah. So it became rijlayya. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? But make sure we remove alif lam. Because rijlayya is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. And you cannot have al on mudaf. Huh? Very good, brothers and sisters. Now, Nusrat, ghammadtul aynayni. How will you change that? Aynayya, mashallah. Ghammadtu aynayya. Very good. Sister Madina, da'awtus sadiqaini. Da'awtu sadiqayya. Without alif lam. Huh? Sister Rahima, mashallah. Sa'altu zamilayya. Gulshan, rafatu yadayya. What will you say? Rafatu yadayya. You'll drop the noon and it will change into yadayya. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Sister Aisha, we got to remember this. Al ustadhani. Now put ya mutakallim there. Say it again, sister. Ustazaya. It won't be ustazaya. It will be ustazaya. Let us do it properly, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters. Here it is. Al ustazani. How do you think, brothers and sisters? Now we put ya mutakallim. So what is happening now? First we got to remove al because it is mudaf, so we cannot have al. Next we remove noon. Okay? Now alif is left and ya is coming after alif. So we got to give it a fatah. Sahi? So what will you say now? Ya. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Ustazaya means, what is the meaning of Ustazaya? My two teachers. My two teachers are from Misr. Sister Maimuna? Aina wajatta daftarayya. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Sister Nasreen? Inna, mashallah, inna akhawayya alimani jalilani. Very good. Sister Sukhaina, zahabna bisayaratayya. Mashallah, mashallah. Inshallah, you find it easy. You understand it well, inshallah? Alhamdulillah. Sister Naima, da'a. Why will you say kalamayya? See, kalamani. Mashallah, mashallah. Da'a kalamaya. Got the idea? We got to be careful, Da'a kalamaya. Okay, very good. So this was done, brothers and sisters. Now we come to the other thing now, and which is kilahuma and kiltahuma. You got to understand, brothers and sisters, kilahuma, and this will change into kilayhima. See? Huma change into hima because ya mutakallim came in front, and the next again will be kilay hima. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now I write down kiltahuma and then kiltayhima and then kiltayhima. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? What did I write on the board? Mudaf ilayhi, that is correct. What else? In a very short and funny way, what will I say? I wrote down dhun dan din. What did I do? I wrote down dhun dan din. What does that mean? I wrote down marfu form, mansoob and majroor. Kilahuma is marfu. What is the sign of marfu? Al-alif, li'annahu musanna. Kilay, what is kilayhima? Mansoob. What is the sign of its nasab? Ya mutakalim. And kilayhima again is majroor. What is the sign of its jar? Ya again. Why? Li'annahu musanna. Now I say kiltahuma. Is it marfu, mansoob, majroor? Marfu. Alif is the sign of its rafa. Because it is musanna. Now you say kiltayhima. Is it mansoob? Yes. What is the sign of its nasab? Ya. And the same thing, kiltayhima, majroor. What is the sign of its jar? Ya. If you keep this in mind and use your knowledge and understanding in forming the sentence, when you form the sentence, keep this in your mind, brothers and sisters. And remember, if it is a fa'il, if it is a mubtada, then it will be marfu. If it is mudaf, if it is maf'ulun bihi, then it will be mansub. And if it is mudaf ilayhi or it is majroor biharf jar, then you have to use the majroor form. So it's very easy. But again, Dr. Sahib in his vision first gives us enough example for us to ponder over it. So ponder over the following example and see how the kilahuma changes to kilayhima, kiltahuma changes to kiltayhima. First, let us ponder over the sentences, Ta'ammal. Ta'ammal al-amthilat al-atiyata li kila wa kilta. See, ayna akhwaka. What is the translation? Ayna akhwaka. What is the translation? Where are your two brothers? Your two brothers. Fine. What will you say? Both of them. Kilahuma fi Dimashq. Are you with me? Both of them are in Damascus. Fine, brother. So what will you say, kila? Mubtada, marfu. Wa alamatu rafaihi al-alifu li'annahu musanna. Wa huwa mudaf. And huma is mudaf ilayh. Where is the khabar? Fi Dimashq. Jar majrur, shibu jumla khabar. Alhamdulillah. Now comes the other sentence, brother. Araital mudarrisaini. Okay. We have to say yes. I saw both of them. So what will you say? Naam. Ra'aitu kilayhima. Why kilayhima? Mafulun bihi. So it makes sense, inshallah. So kilay is mansub, and what is the sign of its nasab? Ya. Wa huwa mudaf, and huma mudaf ilayhi. Inshallah. Very good. Now, number ba. أين الطالبتان الجديدتان. أين الطالبتان الجديدتان. Translation? Where are the two new students? Now, I want to say both of them. So what will I say? Kiltahuma indal mudir. Indal mudira. Okay? To the lady headmaster. So kiltahuma, what is kilta? Mubtada, marfu. And alif is the sign of its rafa. Wa huwa mudaf, huma mudaf ilayhi. Where is the khabar? Only in the. And what will you say? Shibu jumla khabar. And what will be the mudira? Mudaf ilayhi. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you with more knowledge. All of us, inshallah. Very good. Now, Sister Madina, see ayya. Why ayya? I'm trying to make it very clear to all of you, and especially to Sister Madina. See, we have to see the verb. Is the verb mutaaddi? Is it transitive? Then it became ayya. Is mafulun bihi. Okay. So what is it? Ayya surataini. Ayya surataini. Now, hafista. See, that's the verb. Change it into hafista ayya surataini. That's the way we turn it around to understand better. Hafista, you memorized. Which surah? So ayya becomes mafulun bihi. Fine. You want to say, I memorized both of them. Hafiztu, Hafiztu kiltayhima. Why kiltay? Because suratun is a muannas. So we say Hafiztu kiltayhima. So what is kiltay here? Mafulun bihi. What is the sign of its nasab? Yeah. Why? Because it is musanna. MashaAllah. Very good. Now there is another sentence which will tell us the majroor form. Abbil arbiyati katabtal unwana am bil faransiyati. Did you write the address in Arabic or in French? I wrote it in both languages. So what will I say? Katabtu bi harf jar. So kilta will become kiltai. Got the idea? Bi kiltaihima. Why kiltai and not kilay? Why feminine? What is feminine? No, language, not unwan. The language. What is feminine, Brother Muhammad? The language is, unwan is not feminine. We are talking about the languages. That is why we say, katabtu bi kiltayhima. Kiltay means those two languages, which is logatani. Logatun. Fine, brother and sister. Bi harf jar. Where is this majroor? Kiltay. Is it majroor? Yes. What is the sign of its being majroor? Ya. Why? Because it is musanna. Wa huwa mudaf. And then hima mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now comes something else which we have to understand. We have already studied it, but we will again try to revise it. Kelana maridun. What is the meaning of Kelana? Both of us. What is it? Both of us. What is the meaning of Kelana? Both of us. What kind of a combination is Kelana? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea? Where is mudaf ilayhi? Na. Very good. So, what kind of a sentence is this? This is Jumla Ismiya. Very good, brothers and sisters. Now, where is our mubtada? Kila. Only kila. Is it marfu? Yes. What's the sign of its marfu? Alif. Why? Because it is musanna. Wa huwa mudaf. And na mudaf ilayhi. And maridun. Khabar. Now see, maridun is singular. And Kelana is, the meaning is dual. So we have to be watchful that we take Kela in the meaning as dual. Are you with me? But we treat the compound as singular. What did we do? We treated the compound as singular. That is why the khabar is singular. Most of the time, this will happen. Very rarely, you may see somewhere, Kelana maridani. But normal and more frequent way of, using will be singular. We will treat Kelana as a singular, mubtada, and the khabar will also be singular. Keep that in mind. More exercise will be coming, but I would like you to make a note of it. You should highlight Kelana with one color and maridun with another color. So that, and you underline maridun and make a note of it, that Kelana, in its meaning, it's dual, but it is treated as a singular. And that is why the khabar became singular. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Brother Muhammad? Yes. Brother Haidar Ali? See, Kelana, in meaning, Kela is dual. But we treat as a singular. And then that is why the khabar comes as a singular. Okay, brothers and sisters. من أين الطالبتان الجديدتان? Translation? From where are the two female new students? Right. What is the answer? Kiltahuma. What kind of a combination is kiltahuma? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So this is Jumla Ismiya. Where is Mubtada? Kilta. Is it marfu? Yes. Sign of marfu? Alif. Wa huwa mudaf. And huma mudaf ilayhi. What is the khabar? Where is the khabar? Jar majrur shibu jumla khabar. Min Nimsa. What is Nimsa? Austria. Nimsa, Austria. Nimsa. Alif, lam will come. Nimsa. Again, brothers and sisters, Ayya. Ayya mudarrisaini sa'alta. Translation, brother. Which of the two teachers you asked? So what will be your answer? Sa'altu kilayhima. So kilay became here mafulun bihi mansub. And mansub bil ya. Are you with me, brother and sister? Wa huwa mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So see, we got a good practice. Now we got to use that knowledge and write down the sentences which are required in the next exercise. Number 11. Ajib anil as'ilatil atiyati mustamilan kila wa kilta. Using, mustamilan means using kila wa kilta. Only you have to use these two. Ayyul kalamaini. Ayyul kalamaini da'a. Now here, ayyu is file. What is it? It's file here. That's why it is ayyu. Okay? Da'a, ayyu kalam. Which of the two pen got lost? Which of the two pen got lost? What will be our answer? Da'a. Da'a. We need a file. Marfu. Da'a kilahuma. Got the idea? Why kilahuma? Kila is your file now. Marfu. Both of them got lost. Did you understand, sisters? Inshallah. Ayyal kitabaini turidu an tashtariya. Translation, brothers and sisters. Which of the two books you want to buy? Huh? What is our answer? Uridu an ashtariya. I want to buy. Kilayhima. Huh? Now you got to have a maf'ulun bihi. Uridu an ashtariya kilayhima. So kilayhi, kilayh your is maf'ulun bihi mansubun. Got the idea? Alhamdulillah. Wahuwa mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. That goes without saying. Okay, brothers and sisters. Again, ayya. See, we got to watch in this exercise how and why ayya has come and how and why ayu comes. Huh? Are you with me? Did I miss something, Sister Nusrat? Yes? No. No. What are you buying? Is books muannas or muzakkar? Muzakkar. Got the idea? You're not buying something muannas. If you had bought 2 cars, then you would have said, kiltayhima. You are buying books. Antashtariya, you want to buy. No. No, it's not jama. It's dual. In dual, it remains dual, Sister Rahima. Huh? It remains. What does it say? Kiltai? No, it cannot be kiltai. Maybe it is there, but maybe it could be typo. Why will I say kiltai? I don't see any reason. You know why? In English, if I were asked which of the 2 books you want to buy, what will be my answer? I want to buy both of them. Both of them is the books. Are you with me? No, make it here kilai. And I'll double check it. And I'll get back to you. Yeah, but I don't agree with it. Kilayhima. I don't agree with that. There could be type also, but we will check it on it. Are you with me, brother and sister? Inshallah. But when I explain you kilayhima, does it make sense? It does make sense. The kiltai doesn't come in the mind. Okay? So, uridu an ashtariya kilayhima. Okay? If there were 2 watches that I wanted to buy, then I would have said kiltayhima. Okay. But I am buying books, so it will be kilayhima. Okay. Now come to the next exercise. And your answer is there. What is your answer now? Kiltai. Why kiltai? Because of majalla. So how can you make kitabun and majallatun same? Kitabun is mudhakkar. Majallatun is muannas. Is it still saying in the number 3, Sister Kiltai? So then it cannot be right. Does it? Do you understand now? In one is book and in one is magazine. They cannot be both treated as same way. Okay? So, also please look at it. In number 2 it says, Ayyal kitabaini. Is kitabaini mudhakkar muannas? Mudhakkar. Ayya majallataini. Is majallataini mudhakkar muannas? So that's what we have to follow. That is what we have to follow. Fine. So number 3 will be Qara'tu. Ayya majallataini qara'ta. Which of the 2 magazines did you read? What is your answer? I read Qara'tu kiltayhima. Both of them. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Now, you see, ayyu sa'ataini. Ayyus sa'ataini. Ayyus sa'ataini. No. Naib file, mashallah, mashallah. May Allah increase you in knowledge, Sister Sukhaina, and all of us. See, there has to be a reason. That's what I told you. Watch for ayya and ayyu. Surikat. No, make it ayyu. Make it ayyu. Make it ayyu. Ayyu sa'ataini surikat. So, surikat ayyu sa'ataini. So, surikat is your majhul. So, where is your naib file? Ayyu. Ayyu is your naib file. So, what will you say? Surikat kiltahuma. Because what is kilta here? What is it? Naib file. What is kilta? Naib file. Is it marfu? Yes. What is the sign? Alif. See? Surikat kiltahuma. Both of them were stolen. Got the idea? And brothers and sisters, write down in the bracket naib file for you to make sure when you revise it on your own, you know it is a naib file. I would like you to highlight ayyu and write down naib file, and then I would like you to highlight kilta, and again write down naib file, so that inshallah when you revise you will not be confused. Any questions, Sister Madina?
So kiltahuma is for sa'atayn, right?
Yeah, ayyu sa'ataini. Where? Ayyu sa'ataini? No, it's majroor. Because ayyu will always come as a mudaf. And what will be the next noun? Mudaf ilayhi majroor. Ayyu will always come as a mudaf. And the noun which will follow ayyu will always be mudaf ilayhi. And what is mudaf ilayhi? Majroor. Please remember that. Did you write down naib file in both cases? Kilta and ayyu? It's nice to write these small notes. It will make your understanding strong, inshallah. Ayyal lugataini ta'arifu. See, ta'arifu, you know which of the two languages. Al-Urdiyata, Amil Farsiyata. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So which of the two languages do you know? What will you say? Arifu kiltayhima, mashallah. See, now you are understanding and you are answering absolutely correctly. Okay, see next question, brothers and sisters. Indaka. So what will be? Ayyu. Ayyul umlataini. Which of the two currencies do you have? Al-Junayhu amid dollar. Do you have pounds or dollars? You have sterling pounds or dollars? What will be your answer? In the kiltahuma. What will be your answer, brothers and sisters? In the kiltahuma. So what is kilta here? Mubtada, mashallah. Huwa mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Where is our khabar? In the zarf. Shibu jumla khabar. And what is ya mutakalim? Mudaf ilayhi. Mashallah, mashallah. Number 7, brothers and sisters. Ayyu mudarrisayil fiqh. How will you pronounce it, brothers and sisters? Ayyu mudarrisayil fiqh gabal yawma. Why ayyu? It is the file, mashallah. Ghaba is your verb, and where is the file? Ayyu. Which of the two teachers of fiqh remain absent today? What will be your answer? Ghaba kilahuma. Kelana became your file for ghaba. Clear, inshallah? Very good. If you get a time, you should highlight all the ayya, only ayya, so that you know it is maf'ulun bihi. And then you think why it is ayya. Then you will see there is a transitive verb in the sentence. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? If the verb is transitive, it will become ayya. If the verb is intransitive, it will become ayyub because it will come as a fa'il. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Okay. Alhamdulillah. Now, number 8. Fatahta. You opened. Opened what? Ayyal babaini. Ayyal babaini fatahta. Translation, brothers and sisters. Which have the 2 doors you opened. What is the answer? Fatahtu kilayhima. Mafulun bihi. Kilayhima. Very good. Ayyun nafilataini maftuhatun. What is maftuhatun here? Brothers and sisters, this is your actually khabar. But we are going to learn very soon all these things, that how we analyze questions. We have not been analyzing questions, but soon we are going to learn how to analyze questions also, inshallah. So, brothers and sisters, ayyu is your mubtada, and maftuhatun is your khabar. So, what will you say now? Kiltahuma. Why would you say kiltahuma? Because kilta is your mubtada. Kilta is your mubtada. Huwa mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. And what is maftuhatun? Khabar. See, now you can see kilta, in the meaning it is dual. But we treat it as a singular. So the khabar came as a singular. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Make a note of it, please. Man minhuma da'ifun fin nahvi. Translation, brothers and sisters. Which of the 2, these, which of these 2 is weak in grammar. Okay? What is our answer? Kilahuma. See, again kila came as a mubtada. Kilahuma, in meaning it is dual, but in our treatment it is a singular. Kilahuma. Kila mubtada marfu wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu li'annahu muthanna wa huwa mudaf. And then huma mudaf ilayhi. Where is the khabar? Da'ifun. MashaAllah. You got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now, Dr. Sahib explains us. Kila wa kilta ismani lafzuhuma mufrad. The word is mufrad. Okay? In other words, brothers and sisters, we treat it as a singular. It is treated as a singular noun. Though it denotes dual, even though the meaning denotes that it is dual, but we treat it as a singular. Ma'nahuma musanna. In the meaning it is musanna. So that is what is being explained to us, brothers and sisters, that lafzuhuma mufrad, it is being treated as a singular noun, though in its meaning it is dual. Wa mura'atu lafzi. Mura'atul lafzi. What is mura'atul lafzi? Aktharu. The treatment of its as a singular noun is more frequent. Are you with me? Aktharu means more often. Or you can say most often. The treatment of it is as a singular. Brother, mura'atu. Mura'atu means consideration, observation. Okay? Taking into consideration. Huh? That is the meaning of mura'atul lafzi. Here it is, you can write down consideration of it. Consideration of the word as a singular. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? I have repeated many times. I don't want to bore you, but I hope you understand my point. Mura'atu means consideration of it. The consideration of the word as a singular is most often. Then the example comes. Look at the example, brothers and sisters. Now, for example, kilahuma jadidun. Got the idea? Jadidun is a singular. Kila, we treat it as a singular, even though the meaning is two. Okay. Kiltahuma mujtahidatun. Wa yajuzu, jaza yajuzu. What is the meaning of jaza yajuzu? It is permissible. Jaza yajuzu, brother. Jaza yajuzu means it is permissible. What is permissible? Mura'atuha ma'nahuma. Consideration of it as a dual. Okay? But more often it is singular. So if it is taken as a dual, then what will be the sentence? Kilahuma jadidun will become kilahuma jadidani. It will become kilahuma jadid. Kiltahuma mujtahidatun will become kiltahuma mujtahidatani. It is permissible. But most often it will be the first form, the singular one. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? See, Dr. Sahib explains us all these possibilities so that if we come across in a different way, we should not get confused, But if we are using, it is better to use it as a singular. Kilahuma jadidun is what we will use, inshallah. Ta'ammal al-amthilatal lidhanika wa tanika. And brothers and sisters, we did study a little bit before. Hadha, hadhani. Hadhihi, hatani. Zalika, zanika. And then, brothers and sisters, tilka, tanika. Now the dual form, brothers and sisters, decline. Hadha does not decline, but hadhani declines. How does it decline? Hadaini, hadaini. Hadahi does not decline. It's mabni. But what about hatani? It declines. Hataini, hataini. Zalik is mabni. It does not decline. But zanika will become zainika. And tilka will become tanika and it will become tainika. We are going to learn this in the following exercises, brother. Hadha kitabun. Okay, make it dual. Hadani kitabani. Hadhihi sayaratun. Hatani sayaratani. Got the idea, brother? Fine, brother. Zalika kalamun. Zanika kalamani. Okay. Tilka madrasatun. What will you say? Tilka madrasatun. And what will be two of it? Tanika madrasatani. Tanika madrasatani. Fine, brothers and sisters. Again, exercise for us to ponder over it and use your highlighter or pencil to underline it. Haza akhi. Translation, brothers and sisters. This is my brother. Okay. Wadhalika sadiki. And that is my friend. So what is haza? Mubtada. Where is our khabar? Akhu. MashaAllah. Wa huwa mudaf. And ya mutakalim mudaf ilayhi. And waw, harfu atf. And then dhalika again mubtada. And sadiku khabar. Wa huwa mudaf ilayhi. Now look at this, brother and sister. Hadani kitabaya. Translation, brother. These are my two books. Where is mubtada? Hadani. Hadani is your mubtada. Sahi? Is it marfu? Why? Alif is the sign of its marfu because it is dual. Kitabaya. What is kitabaya? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So where is our khabar? Kitaba. Is it marfu? Yes. Alif is there to tell us it's marfu. Wadhanika. Dhanika, brother. Mubtada. Huh? Marfu. What is the sign of its marfu? Alif. Huh? Kitaba zamili. How many words are there? Kitaba zamili. 3 words. MashaAllah. Let us analyze it. Kitaba khabrun marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu li'annahu musanna wa huwa mudaf. Zamili mudaf ilayhi wa huwa mudaf. And ya mutakallim mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea? Alhamdulillah, brothers. Hatanil hafilatani tasirani ila al-jami'ah. Now I want to ask you, brother, what kind of a sentence is this? Jumla Ismiya, because we got to see the first, the beginning of it. The first word that came, and that is a noun. So it is our Jumla Ismiya. Hatanil hafilatani. Okay, where is our mubtada? Hatani. What is al hafilatani? MashaAllah, MashaAllah. See, badal, we cannot now make mistakes. Huh? We are ready to recognize badals, inshallah. Huh? Okay. Tasirani. Now here is a jumla failure. Sara yasiru. What is the meaning of Sara? Zahaba. Huh? Also going, or Sara also means walk also. Sara yasiru. This is al-ajwaf al-ya'i. Ba'a yabi'u. Sara yasiru. So, brothers and sisters, tasirani, it refers to muannas and huma. Yasiru, yasirani, yasiruna, tasiru, tasirani. Got the idea? Ilal jamiati. Where is the file in tasirani? Alif. File is alif. How will you describe tasirani? فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه النون ثبوت نون فعل مضارع مرفوع بثبوت نون, you can say, and the file is alif. وتانكة. What is تانكة? مبتدا. Where is the khabar? إلى المطار. And those two are going to the airport. These two buses are going to the Jamia, and those two to the airport. Who wants to go to the airport? Two buses are going. Okay, brothers and sisters? Okay. Liman hadhihi dafatira. Liman hadhihi dafatira. See, hadhihi. To whom these notebooks belong. Here, they belong to. Li has come. So Zanika will become Zainika. Got the idea? Ism majroor. And what will be talibaini? Badal. It is badal. MashaAllah. It is badal. Excellent. That was a good answer, Sister Hafsa. May Allah bless you and increase you in knowledge, and all of us, inshallah. Lawnu mubtada wa huwa mudaf. What is mudaf ilayhi? Tahinika. Majroor. Tahinika became tahinika. The color of those two cars. Jamilun. Fine, brother and sister. Lawnu is mubtada and Jamilun is your khabar. Okay. Tahinika is mudaf ilayhi majroor. And what is sayarataini? Badal. Again, mashallah. Excellent. Now comes the verse from the Quran. Now comes the verse from the Quran, brother. قال الله تعالى لموسى عليه السلام فذلك برهانان من ربك إلى الفرعون وملئه. Those two are your proof or evidence. From your to Fir'aun and his people. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? What kind of a sentence is this? Fine. Where is Mubtada? Zanika. Where is our khabar? Burhanani. That is your. These are two evidence from your Lord. That is your harfjar ism majroor mudaf mudaf ilayhi. Ila fir'auna against jar majroor. See, min harfjar rabbi ism majroor wa huwa mudaf and ka mudaf ilayhi. Ila harfjar fir'auna ism majroor wa mala'i mawtufun ala fir'aun. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Wa huwa mudaf and he mudaf ilayhi. Very good, brothers and sisters. Number 13. Da, put in the blanks. Fil firaq fima yati isma isharatin. Demonstrative pronouns. Munasiban. Lil ba'id. Only lil ba'id. Not near lil qarib. Lil ba'id. Hada baiti. What will be the next one? Wa zalika baitu akhi. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now, hadani akhwaya wa zanika zamilaya. And those are my two colleagues. Hatani bintaya. Vartanika binta ukhti. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Can you translate? Hatani bintaya. These are two daughters. And those are, no, these my sisters, two daughters. Very good. Iftah. Hadaini babaini. What is, brother and sister? Iftah. Fi'l amar. So, open what? Hadaini mafulun bihi. And what is al-babaini? Badal. And then what will you say? La taftah. La taftah. La nahya. What is it? La nahya. La taftah. Zainika, and do not open those two. Okay, very good, brother. Last sentence. Huh? Ya waladu, oh boy, igsil hataini sayarataini. Igsil amar. What is hataini? Mafulun bihi mansub. And what is sayarataini? Badal. La tagsil, same, la nahiya, tainika. And do not wash those two. Huh? Okay, we finished the exercise. Okay, brothers and sisters. Exercise number 14. Hati mudariya al-af'al al-atiyadi. Give the mudariya of the following verbs, brother. Sahaba yashabu, ba fatah. Huh? Sahaba means to withdraw from bank. Okay. Ghammada is to close. What will be the ghammada? Yughammidu. Ghammada, yughammidu. Kafa, yakfi, to be enough. Huh? Da'a, yadi'u. Huh? Da'a, yadi'u. Huh? To lose something. Da doesn't mean he lost something. Da does not mean he lost something. Da'a means something got lost. You will say, Da'a qalami. So where is fa'il? Qalamu. How will you translate? Da'a qalami. My pen got lost. How will you say, I lost my pen? Then we have to bring da'a into form 4. Huh? What will happen to da'a? Da'a kalami. So kalami is your fa'il. Now I bring it into ada'a. Huh? Maybe I should make it into a properly. What did I say? Da'a kalamuhu. Translation? His pen got lost. So where is the file? Kalamu is your file. Are you with me? Now if the file is marfu, I can see. And now he lost his pen. Ada'a. So what happened, Sister Nasreen? Da'a, something got lost. Ada'a, he lost something. Are you with me? This is form 4. Da'a is intransitive. Ada'a became transitive. So, ada'a, ada'a, ada'u, ada'at, ada'ata, and then ada'ana. What will it become? Ada'ana. Ada'ana. Are you with me? At hunna it will become ada'ana. Now we can say adata, you lost. Adati, you lost. I lost. Adatu. And I will say adatu. Where is mafulun bihi? Kalama. It became kalami because of ya mutakalam. Here we said kalamuhu. We lost our car. How will I say? Adatna. Sayyara. What will I say now, brother and sister? Sayyara Tana. What will you say? Sayyara Tana. Fi'al fa'il. Where is mafulun bihi? Sayyarata. mudaf ilayh. Got the idea? So, I'm showing you this because we do get confused with da'a. Huh? So, if you say da'a, then something got lost. But if you say, I lost, or he lost, then we have to bring the verb in form 4. Huh? And we are going to learn a lot very soon. What happens to the verbs when they come in form 4. Are you with me? So again, I want to repeat one thing. Da'a is intransitive. What is it? Intransitive. Ada'a is transitive. Okay? In other words, if the verb, Sister Sukhaina, Sister Rahima, Sister Arifa, if the verb is intransitive in its base form, if you bring it in form 4, it will become transitive. That is the secret. Okay, inshallah we are going to learn. Did you get Hafsa, Sister Abid? If the verb is intransitive, you bring it in form 4, it will become transitive. Jalasa, intransitive. He sat. But if you say ajalasa, he made somebody sit. Are you with me? He made someone sit. Okay? Same way, nazala, anzala means nazala, it came down. Anzala, someone brought it down. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Someone is bringing it down. Okay? So we say anzala Allahu. Allah brought it down. Inshallah, we are going to learn all this in lesson number, I believe, lesson number 17 or so. We are going to learn all these things, inshallah. Very good, brothers and sisters. We have done this. Okay. Hati jama al-asma al-atiyati. Arikatun, brothers and sisters. What is the meaning of arikatun? Couch. Sofa. Divan. Mak'adun. Seat, brothers and sisters. What will be the jama of arikatun? Araiku. What is it, brothers and sisters? Araiku. And you can always refer to Hallo Tamarin to get all your jama. And again, Madi Mudare, if you are a little in doubt, you can always refer to Hallo Tamarin, brothers and sisters. Mablaghun, amount. Mablaghun means amount. Mabaligu. What is the jama? Mabaligu. Are you with me? Mabaligu. Fine, brothers and sisters. Ajir is amil, worker. What will be the jama of ajir? Ajiruna, which is jama mudhakkar salim, or ujra'u, like ulama'u, fukara'u, wuzra'u, ujra'u. Got the idea? Sister Nasri? Inshallah. Sivarun, bangles. Asviratun. What is it, brothers and sisters? Asviratun, or even asaviru. What is it, brothers and sisters? Asaviru. Mafa'ilu. Okay? Hissatun is a period. Hissasun. What is it, brothers and sisters? Hissasun. This is the jama of hissatun. What is the jama of hissatun? Hissasun. Hati mufrad. Al-asma al-atiyati. Hunud, Hindiyun. Duwalun, Dawlatun. Dawlatun, countries. Country. Fawakihu, fruits. What is the singular? Fakihatun. Now comes number 17, brothers and sisters. I want to explain you properly. I will explain you before, but one more time I'll do it again in a little bit more detail now. This is very important. It comes in the Quran. We got to understand it nicely. Did you see what I wrote, brothers and sisters? I wrote two Hamza side by side. What is the difference in those two Hamzas? Brother Muhammad, the first one has a vowel sign and the second has a sukoon. But they are both Hamza. The first one has a vowel sign, Sister Maimuna, and the second one has a sukoon. Now, when the situation is like this, there's a change undergoing in Hamza. Okay? This will change into, what will it change into? Ooh. What will this change into? Got the idea? It change into? And what will this change into? E. E, elongation. Are you with me? Oo, ah, and E. When does this happen? When the two Hamzas come together. The first Hamza has a vowel sign and the second Hamza has a sukoon. If they both have vowel sign, then this cannot take place. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Fine. Now, we have the verb here, brothers and sisters, ata. What is the verb? Ata. Now, if I put ata bi, then it means to bring. To bring. In other words, it becomes ahdara. To bring, form 4. Ata will become yati. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? How do I make Amar? How do I make Amar? I chop. And then again chop. Now what is the result? Can I pronounce it? No, then I have to bring Hamza. If I bring Hamza, what shall I give? Shall I give Kasra? Shall I give Fatah? Or shall I give Dhamma? Kasra. Can I give Fatah? Never ever. Never ever Fatah comes in Amar. Okay? It only comes when it is form 4. Otherwise, it never comes. And so I have two choices. Either I give kasra or I give dhamma. But if the ain kalima has a kasra, then I have to give kasra. I can only give dhamma if the ain kalima had a dhamma. But if the ain kalima has a kasra or fatha, the hamza that I'm bringing in will get a kasra. Fine. So I say to you, what happens, brothers and sisters? Now, can you see? Can you see? I got two hamzas, one with vowel sign and one with sukoon. Okay? But it is kasra there. So this will change into before it changes into this, it changes into because there is a kasra, so Hamza got a chair of ya. But then it changes into eti. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now, if it is eti, brothers and sisters, I start here again fresh. We are doing some algebra and mathematics here, E.T. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now I bring waw in front of it. Will I be pronouncing this Hamza? No, I won't be pronouncing it. So if I am not pronouncing it, then this ya has to change. This ya was only because it was E-T. Now I'm not pronouncing that E. Then that ya will change into... Now what happened? See, if I write something else here, brothers and sisters, is it correct? I put a sign of Saad on top, which means I do not pronounce it. Sahi? I cannot pronounce it. Sahi? Now it is Va'ati. Okay, it is Va'ati. I cannot pronounce it. Okay. Now, I have written, but I am not pronouncing it. In this particular word, if you are not pronouncing it, then, Brother Hassan, I am chopping it off. No pronunciation, no writing. So what is the final result, brother? What is the final result? You got to give proper Hamza sign there. Huh? It's Hamzatul Qata. Va'ati. If it is Fa, it will become Fa'ati. Now this is all in the Quran, brothers and sisters. If we understand, and if we remember, and if we keep that in our mind, when it comes, you will be able to figure out. Does it make sense, Sister Maimuna? Sister Aisha? Huh? It is only for Ata Ya'ati. Okay? Okay, I will read it now, number 17. Huh? Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Al-Amru min Ata Ya'ati Iti. Now you know how it became Iti. Are you scared? Are you gabarified? No, you know Iti, it was two Hamzas coming together. And it changed into Iti. Huh? Keeping this in mind, brothers and sisters, keeping this in mind, maybe I should remove the sign of Hamza, otherwise you will get confused, brother. Huh? This change into E. Huh? Fine. Asluhu i'ati. You got a Hamza with a kursi. Kursi of Ya. Can you see all of you, brothers and sisters? Very good. E means E. It changed into Ya. Walakin Hamzatu Thaniyatu, but the second Hamza, Ta'udu Ba'dal Wawi wal Fa'i. The second Hamza returns to its original position of Hamza when, brothers and sisters, if Waw or Fa, which are both harfu atfin, if they come, then the Hamza will change into its original position. It's given here wa'ati and fa'ati. Do you see wa'ati and fa'ati? Okay. But now you don't see the Hamzatul Wasal here. ذلك لأن الحمزة الأولى في هذه الحالة تحذف في النطق. What is the meaning of nutki? In pronunciation. This happens because the first Hamza in this condition is dropped from pronunciation. It is dropped in pronunciation. Lahiz. What is lahiz, brothers and sisters? Lahiz. What is lahiz? Fi'l amr. From what verb? Form 3. Lahaza yulahizu. Lahaza yulahizu. Lahaza yulahizu. Are you with me? What is the amar? Lahiz. Lahiz. Observe. Observe. We did it before, but I think I don't blame you. There are too many things to remember. Mulahiza farmaiye. You say in Urdu. Mulahiza. Observe. Okay? Anna Hamzat al-Amri tuhzifu fil kitabati aidan. In this particular case, the Hamza of Amr is dropped in writing also. Fi hadhihi al-kalima. Wati and fa'ati. Is everybody understanding me, inshallah? Sister Sukhaina? I will explain again if you want. I'm going to explain it again. Brothers and sisters, see, Yati change into Yati. Now this change into this, and then finally change into here. I'm doing like this, brothers and sisters. Okay? But when you bring vav and fa, then it changes into this. And if I bring fa, it will also change into this. What happened? Originally it was like this. Wati. And remember, Hamzatul Wasal we don't pronounce. Ijlis, wajlis. Idhab, wazhab. Are you with me? So, we did not, wati. We did not pronounce. But in atayati, two things are happening. Not only it is not pronounced, but it is dropped. And the final result is vati, or I can write down here again, fati or vati. So Hamza of Amar, are you with me? Got dropped here in writing also. No pronunciation and no writing. This is all, brothers and sisters. Inshallah you understand. So here is a verse from Quran. Ata bishai'i. What is it, brothers and sisters? Ata bishai'i ay ahdarahu. He brought it. Takulu, you say, ma ataitu al-yawma bidaftarin nahwi. Translation, I did not bring my notebook of grammar. Sahi? Grammar. Ma ataitu al-yawma bi. Ataitu bi means I did not bring a notebook of grammar. Wafi Tanzili, and in the Quran, brothers and sisters, Suratul Baqarah, Qala Ibrahimu, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْتِي بِالشَّمْسِ مِنَ الْمَشْرِقِ. Ibrahim says to the Nimrud that Allah brings the sun from the east. Okay? Fati biha, you bring it. Fati biha, you bring it. Where is the verb, brother? Fati. Fi'lu amrin. Mabniun ala hadfi harfi illa. Where is the file? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu anta. That is Nimrud. Fati biha min al-maghrib. Okay. If you say you are a God, then bring it from the west, Allah brings the sun from east. You bring it from west. So, the point to understand is the use of the verb Fati. Hamzatul Amr was not pronounced and also it got dropped. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. I think we are going to start a new lesson. So it will be better if we took a break. And then we start a fresh lesson. Lesson number Ad-Darthul Ashir. A beautiful lesson, easy lesson, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters, we are back from our tea break. We are starting lesson number 10. Brothers and sisters, page number 84. Page number 84. What is this lesson, brother? It will take us back to our first day in the class. In Arabic language, there are two kinds of sentences. Remember? We did it on the very first day. If the sentence starts with a noun, we call it Jumla Ismiya. And if the sentence starts with a verb, we call it Jumla Fi'liya. Nominal sentence and verbal sentence. Jumlatul Ismiyatu and Jumlatul Fi'aliyatu. We did that. Now we are in book 3. This lesson talks nothing but Jumla Ismiya and Fi'liya, but in much detail now. We will be learning in an advanced way, brothers and sisters. And inshallah, you will like it because you already have a good idea. So it shouldn't be a problem. I will start with the key in this case. Lesson number 10, page 39. Everybody, brothers and sisters? In this lesson, we learn the following. Number 1, types of Arabic sentences. You have already learned in book 2, lesson number 1, that there are two types of sentences in Arabic. Nominal sentence, al-jumlatul ismiyatu, and the verbal sentence, al-jumlatul fi'aliyatu. The nominal sentence commences with a noun. Al-baytu jamilun. Mubtada khabar. The house is beautiful. Whereas the verbal sentence commences with a verb. Dakhala al-mudarrisu. The teacher has entered. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now we go into detail. Now we go into advanced level. Here are some more details about these two types. Okay, brothers and sisters. The nominal sentence, the beginning of nominal sentence is one of the following. Okay, brothers and sisters. It will start with a noun or a pronoun. Hadihi madrasatun. So what is hazihi? Pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. Ismu ishara. Ana mujtahidun. What is ana? Pronoun. Tamhirun munfasilun. And hadihi was demonstrative pronoun. Ismu ishara. Allahu ghafurun. That is the proper noun. Okay, fine. Our favorite, al-masdar al-mu'awwal. Now, brothers and sisters, al-masdar al-mu'awwal can come as a mubtada. Huh? We never studied that before. Now we are going to study. Huh? The masdar al-mu'awwal, a clause functioning as a masdar. Remember, we change masdar mu'awwal into a proper masdar. Okay? Antasumu khairun lakum. So what is antasumu? An harfu masdariyin wa nasbin. Tasumu fi'lun mudari'un mansubun bi hadfi noon. Noon is raf. Where is the file? Wow. Which is antum. Okay? Khairun lakum. So here antasumu has come in the beginning. What is this now? Now the masdar mu'awwal is fi mahalli raf'in mubtada. What is it? Fi mahalli raf'in mubtada. Now translate, brothers and sisters. Here the clause antasumu functions as a masdar, infinitive. As it means, what does it mean? As-sawm, fasting. Okay? So it will become siyamukum khairun lakum. What is it? Siyamukum khairun lakum. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So what is antasumu? Al-masdar al-mu'awwal fi mahalli raf'in mubtada. Or then we can say after that, taqdeerul kalami, the estimation of the speech is siyamukum. Taqdeerul kalami, what it will be, brothers and sisters? Taqdeerul kalami siyamukum khairun lakum. Okay. We do not have to literally change it. We only do it for our practice. Otherwise, in the Quran it will come. What will come in the Quran? Antasumu khairun lakum. So we know that here antasumu is mubtada. So we know that here antasumu is mubtada. Number third, brother, a particle resembling the verb. Now again we come into advanced level. Before we used to say inna wa akhwatu inna. Now inna is described as a particle which resembles the verb. You see, the verb will have a maf'ulun bihi. Are you with me? And inna will have an ism which is mansub. So inna also works like a verb. It gives nasab. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So it is called in the grammar, brother, a particle resembling the verb. It's a particle. It's not verb, but it resembles the verb in its effect. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Inna Allah Ghafurun Rahim. So what is called, brothers and sisters? Al-hurufu inna wa akhwatu inna. What are they called? Al-huruful mushabbahatu. Means particles resembling bil fi'al, with verb. You will remember this. And what are they? Inna and its sisters. Lakinna, la'alla, laita. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? So here we are. Three kinds of beginning in the Jumla Ismiya. What is the first beginning? It could be a pronoun or it could be a noun. Second beginning, it could be Masdar Mu'awwal. Third beginning, it could be Inna wa akhwatu Inna. Al-huruful mushabbahatu bil fi'l. Particle resembling verb. So this is our Jumla Ismiya. Our khabar will stay the same way. Now we talk about Jumla Fi'liya. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now in your handout, book 3 handout, book 2 and 3 handout, we have given you a 1 page, brothers and sisters, in which we describe the verbs. The verb can be a complete verb or it can be incomplete. Are you with me? Fi'lun tamun or fi'lun naqis. Are you with me? It is there. Please read it at home. Okay? What page is that, Sister Maimuna? Page 18, inshallah. You'll check it in the handout. It gives you a complete idea about the 2 kinds of verbs. But Dr. Sahib has mentioned it also here very beautifully. We'll look into it. Verbal sentence. The beginning of a verbal sentence is one of the following. A complete verb. Al-fi'lu tamu. Complete verb. Talatish shamsu. Talatish shamsu. The sun rose. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So what is tala? Tala'a is your verb. What is the next one? Ta'otanisi. Where is the fa'il? Shamsu. Okay. A complete verb is the one that needs a fa'il. That verb needs a doer of action. Okay. For example, dakhala. Where is the fa'il? Mustatir. He entered. Kharaja. Nama. Jalasa. All these verbs have fa'il. They have doer of action. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Fine. An incomplete verb. Al-fi'lu naqisu. Kana al-jawu baridan. The weather was cold. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now, kana, what is the kana meaning of? What is the meaning of kana? He was. Is it complete? No. We have to bring the predicate. We have to bring some kind of a khabar to make a sense out of the sentence. So then, kana, we will call it incomplete. See, jalasa, he sat. It gives us a complete sense. Kana, it does not give us a complete sense. So, we will call kana incomplete verb. Complete verbs will have fa'il. Incomplete verbs will have ism. And it will have khabar. 2 things are important. Ism plus khabar. Otherwise, there is no sense in the sentence. Okay, it will not give you a clear-cut sense. Okay. That's it, brothers and sisters. Now on page 40, brothers and sisters, I want you to pay some attention. Here are some examples of masdar muawwal. And we have done it, quite a bit. You are all very strong. Okay? And if you need little more revision, then again in this handout of book 2 and 3, we got about 6 to 8 pages of masdar muawwal. You can quickly go through it, Okay. In the place of rafa, remember, we will always say al-masdar al-muawwal fi mahalli raf'in, fi mahalli nasbin, fi mahalli jar. Okay. Now here is again another example of masdar muawwal coming as a mubtada. An tadrusal arbiyata. What is it? An tadrusal arbiyata afdalu. So what is an? Harfu nasbin wa maftariyin. Tadrusa fi'lun mudariun mansubun bil fatah. Where is the file? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu anta. Anta. And what is our arbiyata? Mafulun bihi. Okay. So what is this masdar muawwal doing here? it is coming as a mubtada. Now we'll change it, brothers. Dirasatul arbiyati. What is it? Dirasatul arbiyati afdalu. Means, brother and sister, your study of Arabic is better. We can also say that you study Arabic is better. So that you study Arabic is your mubtada. Dirasatu al-arbiyati. Dirasatul arbiyati afdalu. Studying of Arabic is better. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? This is another example of masdar muawwal coming as a mubtada. Another beautiful example, brother. Al-Islamu, what is Al-Islamu? Mubtada. Where is your khabar? An tu'mina billahi. So what is an tu'mina? An tu'mina is your masdar muawwal. Are you? Is your masdar muawwal. Now here the masdar muawwal comes as a khabar. Marfu. So what is the translation, brothers and sisters? Al-Islamu al-imanu billahi. An tu'mina billahi became al-imanu billahi. Keep this in mind, brothers and sisters. You will not get too many of these, but you will get some. We should be, inshallah, able to figure them out. Al-Islamu, you got it mubtada. Now where is the khabar? An tu'mina billahi. That you believe in Allah, that your iman in Allah is your khabar. Islam means that you believe in Allah. Very good, brother. Yanbaghi an taktuba unwanaka biwuduhin. Brother, in bagha yanbaghi, form 7. Form 7. In bagha yanbaghi means it is necessary. What is necessary? An taktuba unwanaka, that you write your address clearly is necessary. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So we need a file for yanbaghi. So where is file? An taktuba. An taktuba means what is the meaning of an taktuba? Kitab. Kitabatun. Writing. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So what will you say? Here file is Kitabul Unwani. What is the file? Kitabul Unwani. Biwuduhin. So we will only say Kitabu here because it is mudaf ilayhi. An taktuba unwanaka is your masdar muawwal, change into file. Means kitabatu unwani. Are you with me? Kitabatul unwani. This is your file. So you will say fi mahalli rafin. In the place of nasab. See, I am trying to explain you this also in detail so that when you go home and read it, inshallah it will make a lot of sense to you. This is very easy, whether we have done it so much. Uridu an akhruja. I want to go out. What is an akhruja? Uridu al-khuruja. Are you with me? Maf'ulun bihi. Uridu needs maf'ulun bihi. Okay? I want to go out. Here, maf'ulun bihi, uridu al-khuruja. Got the idea? So you will say, an akhruja is masdar muawwal. Fi mahalli nasbin maf'ulun bihi. Inshallah. In the place of jar, ta'al, come, qabla an takhruja. What will be qabla an takhruja? Qabla al-khuruj. khuruji. Okay. Tal qabla al-khuruji. So, an takhruja is masdar muawwal fi mahalli charrin mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? This is very important. This is a nice short revision Dr. Sahib has presented to us, and we did it, quite a bit of it, and you have the notes in your handouts. Inshallah, you'll check it out, brother. La tazhab, don't go. La nahiya, don't go. Ila an arji'a. What is the meaning of ila? Until I return. So here is ila. What is ila? Harfchar. And an arjiya will become ism majroor. Ila. Okay, brother? La tazhab ila ruju'i. Till my return. Till I return or till my return. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? So ila an arjiya is masdar muawwal fi mahalli jarrin ism majroor. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Alhamdulillah. Please read this carefully. Extremely important piece of information here about masdar muawwal. If you are strong in masdar muawwal, brother, you will see that your understanding of Quran is really strong, inshallah. Now we come to number 2. Tafika Bilalun yaktubu. What is Tafika Bilalun yaktubu? Bilal began to write. So what is this here? Tafika is an incomplete verb. How do you say it is incomplete? Because what will you say? Tafika Bilalun. Bilal began. No sense. Began what? Eating, sleeping, writing? We don't know. So you have to have a predicate to complete the sentence, okay? In this sentence, Bilal is ism. And the sentence, yaktubu, is its khabar. Are you with me? The verb in the khabar, underline this, highlight this, brother. The verb in the khabar should be mudhariya. The verb in the khabar should be mudhariya. So here are 2 more verbs. Akhadha and ja'ala are also used in the same way and with the same meaning. Same meaning and same way. Look at the sentence. Akhadha al-mudarrisu yashrahul darsa. So akhadha al-mudarrisu means, normally the meaning of akhadha is to take. But here you will say the mudarris began. Okay? The teacher began to explain the lesson. Are you with me? So here, brothers and sisters, what will be your mudarris? Ismu akhadha. With a verb like akhadha, there will be a khabar in the form of jumla failure. And the fail should be mudhariya. The fail should be mudhariya. Okay, inshallah. I will repeat it again, inshallah. Okay? Ja'altu. What is the meaning of ja'altu? Ja'ala is to make. But ja'altu, brothers and sisters, I began. Ja'altu means I began. So where is the verb? Ja'al. Where is the verb? Ja'al. Fine, brothers and sisters. So where is the ism? Tu. Where is the khabar? Akulu. What is akulu? Jumla failure. And the verb has to be mudhariya. That's it. So I began to eat. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now I want you to go to the main lesson, brothers and sisters. I want you to go to page number 86 and go to exercise number 3, brothers and sisters. And I want you to write down something. It's given, everything is given. I am just adding little extra meaning. What are these verbs called? They are called af'alu shuru'i. Shuru karta hu. Means something you begin. What is it called in English? Verbs of initiative. Are you with me? I just thought you should write down, it will make a lot of sense. Af'alul shuru'i. So what are af'alul shuru'i, brothers and sisters? They are incomplete verbs. What are they? They are incomplete verbs, brother. They are incomplete verbs. What are they, brother and sister? Fi'lun naqisu. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So if they are incomplete verbs, what will it have? Ism. And it will have khabar. And what will be the khabar? Jumla failure. And what will be the fail? Has to be mudariya. Got the idea? Has to be mudariya. That's it, brother. See, number 8. Tafika yaf'alu kaza. He began to do this. Okay? Ja'ala yaf'alu kaza. What is the meaning of ja'ala yaf'alu? Same thing he began to do. Brother, 86. Number 3, brother. Number 3, yes, you are right. Okay, number 3. Tafika yaf'alu kaza. Are you with me? Page number 86. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Tafika yaf'alu kaza. He began to do. Okay? Ja'ala yaf'alu kaza. What is the meaning of ja'ala yaf'alu kaza? Same meaning. Are you with me? Can you see tafika and then yaf'alu fi'l mudariya? And ja'ala yaf'alu, akhaza yaf'alu kaza, ay shara'a bi fi'lihi. Shara'a means also to begin. Okay. هذه الأفعال الثلاثة تعمل عملا. They do the job of kana. هذه الأفعال الثلاثة تعمل عمل الكان. illa an, except khabaraha yajibu an yakuna jumlatan fi'liyatan fi'luha mudariya. Illa an means but, lakin, except. Are you with me? Did you get the idea, brothers and sisters? Now we go to the main lesson. Yes, Sister Madina?
I was wondering if you could use, for example, akhada akulu. Like instead of using ja'altu akulu, you could say
Akhastu. Of course. It will have the same meaning. Akhada, ja'ala, tafika, shara'a has the same meaning. If you say akhastu, I began. Ja'altu, I began. Tafiktu, I began. Are you with me? Inshallah. This is very interesting, brothers and sisters. And inshallah we'll go to the main lesson. Rannal jarasu. Adarsut ashiru. In this lesson, brothers and sisters, the main theme is Jumla Ismiya and Jumla Fi'liya and Masdar al-Muawwal. Rannal jarasu. Translation, brother? The bell rang. Okay, fine. Wabada'atil hissatul khamisatu. Fifth period began. Fifth period. Badatil hissatul khamisatu. So bada'a is your verb. Ta'utanisi. Where is the file? Al-hissatu. What is al-khamisatu? Naat. Very good. Marrat. Marra. So marrat. Asharu dakaika. Translation? 10 minutes passed. Or aktharu, or more. Marrat asharu is your file. Dakaika. 10 minutes or more passed. Walam ya'ti al-mudarrisu. Meaning of Lam yatil mudarrisu, brothers and sisters? Teacher did not come. So lam harfu jazmin wa nafiyin wa qalbin. It translates the meaning of mudari into madi. Yati fi'lun mudariun majzumun wa alamatu jazmihi harfi illa. Okay. Where is the file? Al-Mudaris. The Mudaris did not come. Sa'ima. Now this is a verb. Sa'ima yas'amu. Sa'ima yas'amu. What is the meaning? What is the meaning, brothers and sisters? To become bored. Where is the file? Tullabu. Sa'imat tullabul intizar. What is intizar here? Maf'ulun bi. The students became bored of waiting. Okay. Tafiku. Tafiku with waw. Tafiku with waw. What is the meaning of tafiku? Now you know the meaning, They began. What is it? Tafiku means, you see, we studied this before so that I want you to translate it and enjoy it, brothers and sisters. Tafiku, they began. Where is the khabar? Yataharrakuna. Fine, brother? Yeah. Where is the ism of tafiku? Al-waw. Got the idea? They began. What is the verb? taharraka. Taharraka, to move. So, yataharrakuna, they begin to move min amakinihim, from their places, wa yabathuna, abasa. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So what is the meaning now? They began to move from their places and started fooling around. They began fooling around. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? The teacher has not come. 10 minutes have passed. Now they are bored of waiting. So they began moving from their places and started fooling around. Ba'duhum, what is ba'du here? Mubtada. Mudaf, mudaf. Some of them waqafa, some of them stood. Waqafa, yaktubu. What is the meaning of this, brothers? Sisters? Some of them stood up giving khutbahs. Are you with me? وَبَعْضُهُمْ, and some of them, what is ja'ala yaktubu? Began writing on the blackboard. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now look at this sentence. Ba'duhum. Ba'du is mubtada. Wa huwa mudaf. Hum mudaf ilayhi. And then where is the khabar of ba'du? A jumla failure. And what kind of a jumla failure is this? Naqis. What's the fail? Ja'ala. Brother and sister, what is ja'ala? Failul madi. But it is naqis. So where is the ism of ja'ala? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu huwa. Huwa goes to ba'du. Oh, where is the khabar? Remember, ja'ala, no file. Ism. Where is the khabar of ja'ala? Yaktubu. So, brothers and sisters, yaktubu is the khabar of ja'ala. But the ja'ala yaktubu is your whole jumla failure coming as a khabar for ba'du. Did you get it, brothers and sisters? Shall I write it down? No, you got it, inshallah. I will write it down. Sister, I will write it down. Inshallah, I'll write it down. Don't worry. Brother, ba'duhum, what is ba'du? Is your mubtada. Plus, it is mudaf. What is hum? Okay, fine. Where is the khabar? First we start ja'ala. What is ja'ala? Fi'l madi. Fi'lun madin naqisun. You can also say min af'alul shuru. Min af'alish shuru'i. Also you can say ya'malu amala kana. That's the job of kana, if you want to say it. Okay, now Where is the file? You will say, no file. What will you say? No file. Then, if there is no file, it cannot have file. Because it has to have a ism. So where is the ism? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu huwa. Ism mustatirun. And then taqdiruhu huwa. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Taqdiruhu huwa. Fine. What is yaktubu? Now you know yaktubu. What is the meaning of yaktubu? Fi'lun mudari'un marfuun bi damma. You got that? And where is the file? Mustatir. Taqdirhu again huwa. So this is your fi'l mudari' marfu. And file mustatir. Fine, brother. Ala saburati jar majrur. Fine. So what is this yaktubu ala saburati? Now this is your brothers and sisters al jumlatul fi'liyatu al-jumlatu fi'liyatu khabar ja'ala. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? And now, brothers and sisters, this whole thing. What is this whole thing? Al-jumlatul fi'liyatu. What will you say? Al-jumlatul fi'liyatu is your khabar for ba'du. Got the idea now? Inshallah. Brother Hassan, does it make sense? Brother, this is all mathematics now. Yes, Sister Aisha? Yeah? Ja'ala, in this particular case, it is min afa'ul shuru. It is a ya'malu amala kana. It is ism. See, ism mustatir. Taqdiruhu huwa. Now this huwa will go to ba'du. Ism, brother? Remember, ism. Now, brother, this is very advanced now. And we are in an advanced study. So you got it, brother? Okay, very good. Dakhal al-murakibu. What is it, brothers and sisters? Dakhal al-murakibu. The supervisor entered. How did he enter? Faj'atan. Hal. What is faj'atan? Suddenly. Hal. This is hal kaisa hai janab ka. How did he enter? Suddenly. Okay. Waqala, and he said, Ma hadha? What is this? Amrukum fawda. Your state of affair is total chaos and disorder. Kannal fasla sukun. This classroom has become a fish market. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? What does the Murakib say? What does Murakib say? Mahada. What is this? Amrukum fawda. These are all jumla ismiya. Amrukum is mubtada, mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Where is the khabar? Fawda. Your state of affair is your halat. Amrukum means halatukum. Halatukum is complete disorder, chaos. Kan al fasla, the fasla, your classroom is like market. Okay. I think all the teachers know this. Isma'u, listen. Inna mudarrisakum maridun. Your teacher is sick. Okay. Falam yahdur al-yawm. Meaning of it, lam yahdur al-yawm. Lam yahdur al-yawm. He did not come today. Okay. He's not present today. فَيُمْكِنُكُمُ الذَّهَابُ. No, brother. Here is yumkinu, our favorite verb. Amkana yumkinu. Normally we have masdar muawwal coming as a file. But we have here a proper masdar as a file. Where is the file of yumkinu? Zahabu. It is quite possible we can change it, He can say, yumkinukum an tadhabu. Tadhabu. Kum. Tadhabuna will become tadhabu. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Ilal maktabati. It is possible for you to go to the library. Aw insirafu. Or insiraf means ilal mahjai. Or you can go to your dormitory. Brother, what is insiraf? Form 7. Insarafa yansarifu. Here also, this is a masdar. We can change it. Aw an tansarifu. Tansarifuna will become tansarifu ilal mahjai. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? I am just giving you an option. What it is, we have to understand, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, look at this. An tazhabu ilal maktabati khairun lakum. That you go to the library is better for you. Can you see the beauty of this, dialogue? How beautifully Dr. Abdurrahim is constructing sentences to explain us the concept of different kinds of mubtadas. An tazhabu. Brothers and sisters, what will be an tazhabu? Zahabukum. Write it down. Zahabukum. An tazhabu means an tazhabu means zahabukum. What is the meaning of zahabukum? You're going to the library is better for you. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Is it clear? Inshallah? So what will you call an tazhabu? I will briefly and quickly say it, brother. An harfu nasbin wa masdariyin. Tadhabu fi'alun mudariun mansubun bihadfi nun. Where is the file? Al-waw. Ilal maktabati jar majrur. I will say al-mastar al-muawwal, which is an tadhabu. I can even write down zahabukum fi mahalli raf'in mubtada. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. And where is your khabar? Khairun. Lakum jar majrur. Got the idea? So how al-mastar al-muawwal can come as a mubtada, it can come as a khabar, and the jumla ismiya can start with a noun or a pronoun, or it can start with a mastar muawwal, or it can start with al-huruful mushabbahatu bil fi'l. And which are those? Inna, anna, lakinna, ka'anna, la'alla, layta. All of them can also start the sentence. And it will be called Jumla Ismiya. It will be called Jumla Ismiya, inshallah. We will do the rest of it tomorrow, inshallah. And finish the lesson. It's a very short lesson. We can move forward to the next lesson. What is the next lesson, brothers and sisters? What is the next lesson? Mubtada and Khabar. What is it? Mubtada and Khabar. But we'll be doing it in detail. Mubtada and Khabar. So it's very easy. Hopefully, we'll finish that lesson also, inshallah, tomorrow. Because most of the things you already know, alhamdulillah. And this will be a nice revision, plus some extra things we will learn, inshallah. Rabbana atina fi dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa dhurriyyatina qurrata ayunin waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alayna innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifuna wa salamun alal mursaleen walhamdulillah.